Oh, hello, I'm Alex Levin. I'm here with you, courtesy of Sun and Moon Yoga Studio in Arlington, Virginia, through their YouTube portal, YouTube channel. We've got a studio in Arlington, looking to uh, reopen a studio in Fairfax, we hope sometime soon. Uh, and we've got a lot of classes that we offer both virtually and in person, some combinations, some either or. So do check out our webpage, our community. Today, the poem, I'm usually reading something, pardon me, my eye is watering. It's a really interesting phenomenon that happens when I quiet down. Oh, gather what you need for our time to be sitting still, to be doing little bits of movement. Might be a cushion, as I've got a folded blanket to sit on. Might be something to support your legs, might be a chair and just the right temperature of the room, something to throw over your shoulders. So I came back across a poem by David Whyte. A friend had sent me to this the first I knew of it, I don't know, a couple years ago. David Whyte himself reading the poem. And I'll put a link in the notes under this video to a similar YouTube where he reads the poem and then he talks about it a bit. The poem, like so many of our poets who point to direct experience, holds up the ideas, hold up this practice and this desire we have to come home, in a way, come home. So this poem is named "Start Close In." Start close in. Don't take the second step or the third. Start with the first thing. Close in, the step you don't want to take. Start with the ground you know. The pale ground beneath your feet, your own way to begin the conversation. Start with your own question. Give up on other people's questions. Don't let them smother something simple. To hear another's voice, follow your own voice. Wait until it becomes an intimate, private ear that can then really listen to another. Start right now to take the small step you can call your own. Don't follow someone else's heroics. Be humble and focused. Start close in. Don't take the second step or the third. Start with the first thing close in, the step you don't want to take. Start close in. So we often jump to a second step. The first step becomes muted, subdued, becomes hemmed in, hidden, as it may have needed to be protected, to be hidden at some point when we may have experienced something painful. And so we jump to the second step to maybe it's to please those around us or to respond to what's around us in a way that we think can satisfy. But together we'll center here, we'll find our ground, and we'll, by doing that, just by doing that, by getting quiet and having this time and space, we invite ourselves to get reacquainted with that place that for many of us has been hidden, and for many of us it's in various ways clamoring to get out or to be seen or heard. And we give it the opportunity for that. So let's start with finding the position that you'll like to take, and I'll bring our micro movements into this. So perhaps you'll lie on your back. Maybe you'll be in legs up the wall. Often a position I like is to be on my back and have my calves, my lower legs up on a chair or a hassock. Um, you might be lying on your side. You might be sitting, as I mentioned, on a chair, a cozy chair, or a chair that you don't lean back on and you just sit upright with the strength of your own spine. And take your time. Let's take our time to find the ground, the pale ground beneath us, wherever we are, to take that attention to where our body is, where we find our body. And the very particular sensations that are there under us. So I'm putting my cushion under there, rock. That's okay. There we go. Finding the support that sometimes there might not need to be any adjustment for the support, and at other times there might need to be quite a bit of adjustment. And then sensing the whole body, so what's touching the ground and what's layered above, like a building, like this body building. And sensing the entirety of us, this body vessel, sensing the breath that is with us. So leaning into my usual 3 pointers: ground, breath, and I'll get to the third one, but just allow yourself to feel the breath. So if we think of ourselves as a vessel, this body, but it's being breathed. There's nothing we need to do to breathe. And as you're ready, and if you're lying down, you can do this as well. If you're lying on your side, this might be a little more difficult, but take your hands so upward towards your head or above your head, palms down, down being facing towards your feet, as if this is a sort of a water level above our head. And so now the sensing our body and our sort of the area around it as this container of water. And the water level is going to slowly go down now, go down, and our hands that are floating on the top of the water are coming down slowly to the level of our top of our head and our eyebrows, cheekbones, lips, chin, throat, shoulders, collarbones, center of our chest, our heart, our waist, the hips to the lower belly, and down through the legs. And as your hands may land as far as they'll reach or touch, you just imagine them going down even farther till they meet the ground below. Breathing. Could also do this movement imagining that this is like a thermostat of taking the temperature down when it's too hot, too aggravated, too frenetic. So we keep a sense of that close in, that our own center, where we feel the breath, where we feel the spine, the heart. And we start to get a sense, especially the way our hands move through the air, of the space around. And as we move into a period of sitting still, usually known as meditation, being still, let's land our attention, just pick somewhere inside your body. I'm motioning with my hand. It might be your heart, might be the entire length of the spine, which can be assisted by feeling the breath's passage through there, moving. It could be in the head, it could be behind the forehead, the classic third eye. It could be deep in the belly to the what I call the golden ball. And it could be something else, some other point, or at the solar plexus perhaps. And as you hold your attention there, your choice of what you chose, holding attention in a relaxed way, close in. As attention is on that place, you might notice that the body, as you're aware of also around the body, that maybe as you hold your attention in, and I'm going to use the golden ball to hold my attention, to let the lower back relax, or just noticing that the body might be holding tension. And the moment that observation is there, another layer of thought or idea may come, the idea to let go may come, or the criticism of, oh, I wish I wasn't that tense, or some other second or third or fourth step. And just let that all be. Let that all have its life in this space. The thoughts, the images, the joys, the criticisms. And the final step before we start the meditation, I will is to deliberately place your hands in some way. And they could be resting on your legs, could be just beside you if you're on your back, could be in a specific gesture or mudra. And so we'll take approximately a 10-minute meditation. All we've done in this practice so far, and really in all our life so far, has prepared us for this. And in the first few moments, if there's anything else that you need to do to assure the ease of staying right here, just being here, still, silent for these 10 minutes is helpful. And so, along with me, you might have your focus as a point or path in the body. So, that place close in physically. Or you might have another focus today or another question. And in fact, to return to the poem, as we hold wherever we're anchoring our attention lightly, we could also be open to hearing or identifying what is that question that is my own, not others' questions. Give up on other people's questions. And you can let what comes come. It might be a series of questions come or a series of needs. And this time can be dedicated to just entertaining them, not in a way that we need to do something for them, but just receiving. A part of us can be recognizing the various support and resources we have, that we're not alone. That can be very helpful. The very tangible support of a roof over our heads or the enough to eat, community, solid place to be. support that allows us this very precious opportunity to come closer into our true self, to our unique voice, along with those two parts. To find that may entail a feeling like sacrificing other or giving away, letting go of identities we've held on for a long time that may not serve us so well anymore, or that may even serve to point to that more true identity that's right here. About 3 more minutes, and I'm going to leave it in silence until the very end, near the end. A few more breaths, relaxed. Bring your hands together in front of the heart, bowing. A gratitude, a humility, connection. Thank you so much for joining me. And again, I'll connect the YouTube with David Whyte reading his hey friends. Little management here, anger management. I'll connect that with David Whyte's poem. Hello, Andrea. Thank you for joining us, and thank you to, I won't name everyone who I know tunes in, but I know that Kamalesh sometimes tunes in, and Kat. Yeah, that's what happens around here sometimes. No. And Catherine and Kevin and Nancy. Thank you so much, and blessings this week, and start close in.